Hi there, let's take a look at Anytype's recipe book and meals experience. I have the Anytype app open, and in the lower right corner there's a question mark help icon. If you click that, there is a link for the Any Experience gallery, and this is where the templates are that you can download to get started using Anytype a little bit faster. Now I have recipe book and meal planner, and if you select open an app, then inside the app you want to select install, and I'm putting this in a new space so that I can see what it looks like first, and then I'm going to not X out of this. I just want to click go to space there at the bottom. Okay, so this is my recipe book space with the experience installed in it. And here in the favorites section, you can see there is a weekly meal plan, and this is a page with a simple table for the week and a grocery checklist. Then if I click on this example, garlicky eggplant, this is a recipe object, and it's got a few relations, also known as properties, that are already here. And if you go to the top right triangle, you can see which relations those are. Time, servings, and difficulty. And there's also ingredients and instructions here. So let's get back to this page here. If I go into recipe book, this is a collection, and there's only one recipe in here for now. So a collection is kind of just like a folder or a group, and you can put multiple objects in here. So if I try to select plus here, nothing happens. Same thing when I press new here, nothing happens. So let me select the drop down, and here there's no object type selected. So let's try to select recipe to make another entry here. Okay, there's recipe, and then it looks like there's two templates or forms that we can fill out. So let's take a look at this first one. Select the three dots in the corner of this template. You'll get this menu, and I'm going to select edit template. And this is what it looks like. I'm just going to rename this since there's two, so I know which one I'm working on, because they were both called recipe. So this one's called recipe template 1, and it has those same three relations, and then an area for ingredients. This is a heading, not a relation, and then this part is just a numbered list, so you can just fill this out with text. Let's take a look at the other recipe template. So if I select the three dots and edit template, this looks the same. So I'm not sure why, but there was two of the same recipe template in here. So let's just move this one to the bin. The bin is just another word for trash can. And okay, so now I just have the one recipe template 1. And let's go back and edit this one. I'm going to open this into full screen. The eggplant recipe actually had 2 columns, so I'm going to show you how to do that. If you click and hold on the left side of instructions, then while you're holding the mouse, drag it to the end of ingredients till you see that line, and then let go. So here I'm going to do it again on this one. So this one's for the horizontal line. I just click and hold the mouse, and then while you're still holding the mouse, pull it over to the side. Here I'm going to try to do all 3 at once. I'm not sure if this is going to work. So pull it all the way to the end of that line, the far right corner, and then let go, and it should have all 3 of those. But now this one looks messed up, so let's just drag these back up. Okay, so now it looks the way the eggplant recipe looks, where we had the time, servings, difficulty, and then 2 columns next to each other. And now let's try to add the plus. So I did plus, but it didn't say recipe template, so I'm not sure what happened. So if I typed in here, it is a recipe object, but it didn't do the template. Okay, I see what happened. You have to select the recipe template in that screen I was on so that the yellow box is around it. And then when you press the plus button, it should have the recipe template applied. Even when you press this new button, it should be the same thing. So, okay, yeah, so that works. So what you do have to do is make sure you have the yellow box around the template so that it's the default whenever you create a new object in that collection view. So I'm going to delete all of these. I'm in the all objects set. And then if you highlight them, you can delete a group of them, but they'll still be in your trash can or bin. So I'm going to delete them permanently from the bin as well. Okay, so here I had that peanut butter and jelly sandwich, the one that didn't have the template applied, so I don't want that one either. I deleted it, and I'm going to delete it also permanently from the bin. Okay, let me go back to the recipe book, and we'll try this again. So if I go here, the recipe template does have the yellow around it, so that's going to be our default when we make a new object here. So now this recipe template has that standardized layout that we made, and I'm going to start editing the title here. I'm going to make peanut butter and jelly sandwich and type in some ingredients here. Now remember, this part is just a numbered list, so this part won't show up in relations like if we made a grid view or table view of this object. And so I've got 2 slices of bread, 2 tablespoons of peanut butter, and 2 tablespoons of fruit jelly. And I'm not going to write the instructions right now. Let's just see what this looks like when we go to the collection view, gallery view of our collection. So it looks kind of plain without a cover, so let's search for a cover on Unsplash. And peanut butter and jelly, if I can spell it right. Let's see. Oh, this one looks really good. So here's a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Okay, so now it looks more visually appealing because we have a cover photo that will show in this view as a card gallery view. Okay, and what do we want to put in here? We want to change the tag. Let's put vegetarian on here so we can do some filtering of views. So ideally when you have a collection of things like this, for example, with recipes, you might want to search by a specific tag. And since it's not showing the tag relation here, I'm going to type /relation. Okay, I didn't finish typing. I'm just going to use the pop-up menu. So if you scroll down, you'll see the different relations. So if I select tag, it will show up here with the selection I already made in a previous screen. So I'm going to add another tag here called main for main dish. And then here you can see the tag shows vegetarian and main. And if we create a new view next to all, I'm pressing the plus sign. Let's keep it as a gallery view. What we're going to change here, it's not on this side, it's in, go back to settings. Go back to settings and we'll change the view name to vegetarian, and then filter is what we will use to only show tags that have any of, and then select add, and let's select vegetarian. So, okay, so if we had any other recipes here that were like involved meat, they shouldn't show up in this view because we've filtered it to only be vegetarian recipes. Let's make another one to see how this, make sure the filters work okay. So I have gallery view again. So in gallery view again, I'm going to rename this one to side, and under the filter, we're going to select tag, and then has any of, and then you need to select something here. So we selected side for the tag, and you can see now the difference here on this one. That's the only recipe that has side tag, But on the vegetarian gallery view, you had 2 recipes that both had the vegetarian view. On the weekly meal plan, Monday already has the garlicky eggplant recipe. And to put a recipe here, you would put the @ symbol and then start typing the title of your recipe. So I put peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And then down here, the grocery list, this is not auto-populated. This is just like a write your own grocery list based on the recipes above. So you would have to figure out what you don't have and type the text in here. So you would just go to this page once you figured out what you want to make for the week, and then add whatever grocery items manually that you think you'll need.